Hi everyone, Josh here with Power Meter City, and today we're going to review the Favero Assioma Pro MX Power Meter pedals. We're going to talk about some of the features, specs, and my experience after riding them for the last several months. But before we get started, if you're into reviews like this and cool power meter content, we encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us grow our community and bring you more exciting videos like this. All right, let's get started. Favero is based in Italy, and they've been making power meter pedals for about a decade now, and the MX is their latest power meter pedal. And this is a mountain bike or off-road pedal that features a standard Shimano SPD cleat, and it houses the electronics and battery and all the sensors right inside the pedal spindle. And as you can see, the form factor of this is very, very nice. It resembles a standard mountain bike pedal. You know, they've worked really hard to make it, look very pro, clean, and robust. The Favero Assioma Pro comes in two versions, the MX2 and the MX1. The MX2 is the pricier version at $759, but it's a dual-sided pedal, meaning that there's power sensors in both the left and the right pedal. Whereas the MX1 is a single-sided pedal, and it measures just left side power only. More affordable at $499, but again, it's going to be a left-sided pedal, and it takes your left leg power and it's going to double it in order to approximate your total power. Whereas again, the MX2 with a sensor in both pedals is going to measure both pedals at the same time and can be a little bit more accurate because it's a true dual-sided pedal. Okay, so let's get into some features of the Assioma Pro MX. To begin with, as I stated, it uses an SPD cleat. It literally uses a Shimano SPD cleat, so many people already run those pedals and those cleats on their shoe. So in that case, you're good to go. And of course, the pedals come with a cleat in case you need a new one. But again, it makes it very easy to use, and it works with a wide range of customers. It features, all the latest power meter technology, auto calibration, Bluetooth, ANT+, rechargeable battery with 60 hours of battery life. By the way, while we're talking about the battery, it charges with these connectors, which are very easy to use. Some power meters have finicky connectors. The Favero Assioma connectors are great. It literally snaps right into place, and you can feel a little magnetic cling, so you know that they're in there. Again, 60 hours of battery life. The MX2s, since it's a dual-sided pedal, can measure both independent left and right leg power. And by that we mean at any given time, it can tell you how much power each leg is generating individually. So that's a nice little feature. The pedals come in at about 380 grams, which by comparison, Shimano XTM 8100s weigh about 340 grams. So they're only about 40 grams heavier than a traditional set of pedals, which, considering you're adding a battery and electronics, that's not very much weight for a power meter to add. So they're a pretty reasonable power meter in terms of added weight. And lastly, they come with a full 2-year manufacturer's warranty. Okay, so let's get into what we like about these pedals, because after all, they're one of our best-selling off-road pedals. To begin with, Favero has a wonderful reputation for accuracy and reliability. Like I said earlier in the video, they've been making power meters for about a decade now, and they knock it out of the park. Some of the people that do power meter accuracy videos and have sometimes 2 or 3 power meters on a bike at one time, maybe a pedal base and a crank based power meter and a crank arm based power meter, almost all the time they have a set of Faveros on the bike as kind of the benchmark. So that tells you what people that are in the know think about the accuracy of these. And while we're on accuracy, Favero uses what they call IAV, instantaneous angular velocity. Very fancy words, but basically Favero has a 3-axis gyroscope inside the pedals, inside the pedal spindle. And what that does is it is able to, with a great degree of accuracy, measure your forces throughout the pedal stroke, because your pedal stroke isn't always smooth and fluid. Rather, there's small gyrations in there. And this IAV technology is really able to hone in on that with a great degree of precision. And Favero attributes their accuracy to this IAV technology. So it's a really cool, unique feature of the Favero pedals. In addition, because of the power meter type, power meter pedals, I mean, that makes them easy to install, compatible with any bike, and you can move them from bike to bike. So pedals in general are a really popular power meter type because they just make life easy. One note on installation, these do require a pedal wrench. A lot of pedals install with an Allen key right in the back of the pedal spindle, but power meter pedals typically require a pedal wrench, and that's simply because the spindle is full of electronics and a battery, so the back end is capped off. So there'd be no way to insert an Allen key in there. So you just need a pedal wrench to install them. And again, that's pretty much the case with all power meter pedals, road or mountain bike. These are the most affordable mountain bike pedals on the market. So in addition to accuracy, reliability, ease of use, you also have affordability. And that goes for both their dual-sided MX2s and the single-sided MX1s. Not to say $759 or $499 respectively is cheap, but when you compare it to the other power meter brands out there, these are more affordable than anything else. And then the last thing that we really like about these, and again, unique to Favero, is that these pedals are fully rebuildable. You can buy replacement pedal bodies, replacement bearing kits, or even a replacement spindle if something happens and you need to change the spindle. And then of course we also sell replacement cables, replacement connectors. So it's literally a power meter that should last you for many, many years, considering it's fully rebuildable. And lastly, my experience using the MX2s. I actually have them right here on my Factor Lando, and I've been riding them for a handful of months now, and surprise, surprise, but they've been great. It's probably the most trouble-free power meter I've ever used. And that might seem like a strange way to talk about a power meter, but I believe that if a power meter is doing its job, you almost don't know it's there. It just sends accurate, reliable power data to your head unit each and every ride. And that's what the Favero does. It's just trouble-free and does its job. I noticed at the beginning cleat engagement a little bit stiffer than on just a set of Shimano SPD pedals, but after a couple of rides, you get used to it. And I think I've come to prefer the cleat engagement actually on the Favero Pros. So, check that box. As far as reliability, I mean, they're bomb-proof, right? A number of rock strikes over the course of the last few months. You can barely even see, any scratches on the pedals. They're very, very sturdy and reliable. No power dropouts or power spikes to speak of. So I'm confident that I'm getting accurate and reliable power data every ride. I just give them a charge once a week overnight, and then I know I'm ready to go for the next week. So highly recommend the pedals. And again, most affordable power meter pedal. We know that Favero pedals are super accurate, they're reliable, they have all the latest power meter tech and features. So if you're looking for a pedal, we highly recommend either the MX1 or the MX2 based on your budget. So thanks for watching. That's our review of the Favero Assioma Pro MX power meter pedals. Again, if you liked this video, we'd be thrilled if you gave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us grow and bring you more content like this. See you on the next one.